All right, so them Hornets back to being old poo poo doo doo water, and for a season where the East is up for grabs, seems like everybody's over here vying for the shot of at least being like, "Oh, this is our year to put our hat in the ring." With so many teams not in, somebody got to fill in that void. Not them Hornets. Look, I was like, so out of some of the games, I was like, Knipple, like a really good pick. He's not the high, the high ceiling. Like I thought I would think with Ace Bailey, who sort of would have wanted, but I was like, no, I was like, he out there crushing it. I was like, he playing. I was like, he doing good. I was like, he putting up buckets, and also don't be surprised if they don't try to make him the face of the Hornets in the future. You're hearing it from me now. But I was like, the reason I wanted Ace is just because I was like, I was thinking like Bridges getting moved on soon. But no, it might be LaMelo that being moved on soon. Oh, and I was like, I can never pronounce the center's name or whatever. He's also been playing really well for them. The Hornets draft, I was like, the Hornets draft actually been working out good. Zion James, and stuff like that. T1, I like Sudan or whatever. I was like, a couple playing times he's been getting. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I like him. I think that's the guy that if you could turn him into something, could break out for the Hornets. But hey, I thought that was so many other Hornet players, Kai Jones and Leak and Book Knight. So I guess it really doesn't matter at this point because the Hornets are the Hornets. You won't be good until you leave. Bring us back to LaMelo. Um, Look, I was like, I did a video like last year, which is funny that I was like in the video was LaMelo, John Morant, Trey Young, and Zion Williamson. All players right now who seem to be on the trade block because they're not playing up to their potential. The team is not doing well, and they also really ain't got no trade. And I was like, now we also in a different environment where the cap and stuff like that makes it harder to trade a lot of these max dudes just willy nilly. Anyway, that being said, so LaMelo, I was like, you're saying that's not true. We know how this goes. Blah blah. Whatever. Who is there? I was like, I don't really think there's really anything you can really do here with LaMelo. I think you really just have to keep him and just see the team goes. Like there's nobody really out here that I feel like you could trade him for that makes sense in a way that you could do. Like the only other person is really kind of like Ja, and I'm like, what are we really trading for? We might as well just sort of keep our situation at this same point, right? So I'm like, for all that, I was like, and then to get a couple pieces. I mean, for what the team already has like, a bunch of players with Miller, and I just said James, and I was like Sexton. Like you got a lot of players, which is why I thought this team would be a lot better this year. Because I was like, oh, we actually got depth at play at spots. Nope, I know people have been hurt, but and it's been, and that's what always the case is. But no, um, so since Lamelo really isn't on the track, because I was like, look, I'm not. There's nobody that I'm like who he's gonna really go to that can benefit the team while us get some back. There's really nobody out there. What Portland? Who you getting back from Portland makes a difference on the Hornet. Nobody. Um, I was like the Wizards. Like I mean, like there's places for Lamelo to go. That's not what I'm saying. Well, I was like, but there's nobody to get back that's worth a damn. There's nobody that you'd be like, oh, we could build a team around. There's nothing up here like, oh, some prospects. I mean, I was like the Clippers. Who do you want back from the Clippers? There's nobody you want back from the Clippers. Can't make that trade. I was like the Kings. Who do you really want from the Kings? Yeah, exactly. So there's really nowhere for him to go. Which brings me to an idea and a question: should we bring in Chris Paul now before y'all go crazy? Because I don't want everybody clamoring at once. But veteran guy, on a team that really doesn't have any veterans. I was like, look, he not. I was like, you look. There's gonna be so many injuries at point guard. That dude might end up playing anyway. But I'm just saying, on a young team like that, they might. I think that might be what they need somebody to sort of just like get them in. I would like get them in shape. Maybe change whatever it is that the coach and LaMelo have beef with. Because the coach be over here sending his ass down. Maybe getting them. I was like getting them all right. Everywhere that Chris Paul has gone, except for this year's Clippers, have benefited him or improved or were able to take something from him being around. It doesn't hurt. It don't really cost anything. I was like, I mean, I'm not saying that you still need to trade for him. Maybe you can wait him out or whatever. But I'm like, go ahead and trade for him. Second round pick. Give him one of the dudes on the. I was like, one of the young guys. Give him Neely or whatever. Lee. I was like, I forgot the dude's name, but like Liam Neely or whatever like that. Trey. I was like Trey. Give him Trey. Whatever. I was like, hey, you gonna need to open up some spots anyway for the draft that's coming up. Might as well. But yeah, just go ahead and see what just happens off of that. Doesn't hurt anything. Like I said, he goes everywhere and he helps out whatever team, the point guard, the situation that's there. They're still a young enough team that that I'm like I feel like they'll listen to him. And if not, hey, guess what? That you sort of just understand even more of like, okay, these dudes ain't fit to be on this team. Simple as that. And that's really what I wanted to bring up the question here. It's not where should LaMelo go and we don't get shit back for him. Where should LaMelo go and our team still sucks? Where should LaMelo go and now you can't sell tickets because guess what? That's also a thing too. Yeah, I don't think the now is the time to get rid of LaMelo. But should we go and snag Chris Paul? Anyway, that's just a question. And like I said, you heard it here first. That Condemple, they will try to make the face of the Hornets team. Maybe not this year, but in another year or two. Watch out for it. You heard it here first. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Appreciate it. If not, hey, it's all cool. Till then, I'm out.